What's up, everybody? Emceemur here, and welcome back to the show. It's time once again for another fantabulous unboxing and review, and today it's going to be the Legends Flashback Deluxe from AtGames. You know what these are. We've looked at these before on the show. This is a new version with twice the beef under the hood. Let's get it open right now. So here we go, the Legends Flashback Deluxe. And again, you know, the exciting attraction here is that we've got the Super Nintendo Star Wars games on here. We've got some Disney on here. Some really interesting additions. Pretty big names to drop. And in my opinion, one of the bigger names to always drop is Colecovision. Probably because I'm an old fart gamer. I'll be interested to see just how much Colecovision we're getting there and what exactly it is. But anyway, I want to get this thing open and take a look at it. We can take a look at the games list on the back. You know, I think we can all name 100 Legends without needing filler. So I think it was a matter of licensing and just what they're able to get for this. All in all, though, it does look like a good set list. This is not the entire set list. We've got to get it open and take a look at the list to see what we're actually getting as far as this number. Let's get it open. Alright, so here we go. About what you'd expect. We've got the instruction manual, and that's important obviously because we want to get a look at the game list, which will be okay, and yeah, it'll be on there, but this is a biggie. The SD card slot. They're saying is it still here? They're saying it's still on here. Yep. It's got an SD card slot. So why did the Atari Flashback 10 not have one? We just reviewed that on the show if you hadn't seen it. And I'll put a link to that up there in the corner for you to see. But yeah, it did not have an SD card slot. I'm hearing rumors that it can have ROMs added via USB. I'm not really sure the procedure for that, and I intend to do more research. But this is neat. If we can add the ROMs to this like we did to the last unit, and I'm talking upwards of 5,000 plus, we're looking at the best flashback ever right here. And we haven't even seen the set list yet. Now you've got the controllers, and these are clones of the Genesis 6 button. They're not bad. They're not bad. And you know, most of us have 6-button Genesis controllers. I've had mine since I was a kid, still use it, and I use it on this thing. But these are okay. And then we've got the power supply. And that's pretty much all there is to this. Again, we have a really good set list, I think, off the bat to jam with. But if we can add the ROMs, we're really in for a treat. Let's get a look at this game list right now. I'm looking for additions specifically that are, you know, wow factor. And I know for a lot of people, Aladdin and Jungle Book and Lion King, that's going to be a really big deal. Burnin' Rubber is a ColecoVision version and the arcade one that they've included on there. Be interested to see what else. And they've got Dragonfire listed. So if there's just 2 ColecoVisions, I mean, I guess that's okay. But I'd like to see more. I was a big Coleco head, but that's me personally. That doesn't make or break this thing. I see Choplifter. That's pretty awesome to have on here. I'll be interested to see what version we went with on that. You got a Fix-It Felix Jr. on here, which, I mean, I guess that's cool. It's not really a legend, though. I mean, come on. I get what you're saying, but it's fairly new. But okay, it's there. I mean, I don't know that I had access to that already, so we'll take it. Coming on down the list here, Rootin' Tootin'. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Super Burgertime. We will take a Super Burgertime. I don't recall if that was on the other one or not, but you can't get enough Burgertime, or at least I can't. Sort of Sodan, that wasn't a great game, but it's one of those Genesis classics in the paper box. I've got a physical copy, so interesting pick there if it's not a great one. Now this is a great one, the Immortal. And I'll be interested to see what version of the Immortal we went with. I mean, that's pretty heavy duty. I see Venture on here. Man, yeah, and Top Gear 2. I mean, Top Gear. If you're not a Top Gear player, you need to be. I'm going to tell you what. If you even thought you liked Outrun or Rad Racer and you haven't played a Top Gear game, you best get on that, son. That's what's up. So, nice to see Top Gear on here. So, some really cool additions, even for me personally. Ones that I guess I'm biased in saying are definitely legends. But, you know, I always want to know what you think. So, comment and let me know, but that's cool. Let's get this thing plugged up, get a look at the interface, and get a look at the versions of these great new additions. So first off, there are some wild cards on here. There's some I'm not familiar with. This thing is full of them. Rodland? What? But it's not half bad. I love the art style. I've never seen this before. Pretty cool. But I said the inclusion of Colecovision games was going to be a big plus for me. And we got a good bit of them here. We got a Colecovision version of Choplifter. Yes, please. So great to have this on here. And we got a ColecoVision Zaxxon. Looks and plays fantastic. You got the virtual keypad on screen. I mean, what a treat. And we got a ColecoVision version of Venture 2. I mean, just phenomenal to have these. I mean, these may have been clipped from their original AtGames Coleco unit set list that, you know, that they had back in the day, but it's nice to have these here. That unit is long since out of print. Super Burgertime, so much fun. Scrapping with hot dogs and eggs, but with new maneuverability and spicy graphics. This one definitely belongs on here. I'm glad to see it. You know, the Super Star Wars games on Super Nintendo, of course, are timeless and are billed as headliners on this unit. And no doubt, rightfully so. They were seriously solid games. And as for the doubleheader on the card, we have the Disney faves like Aladdin and Lion King, from the era where Disney games were master-crafted platformers of legend. You know, Quackshot was always my fave. It's not on here, but Donald still technically gets a little love on the list with Maui Mallard. There's no shortage of Genesis deliciousness here, I gotta tell you. Sword of Sodan makes the cut, and while it's not the greatest out there by far, it's simply unique as an inclusion. You know, it's interesting. I was really amped to see the Immortal on here. I love the Immortal, one of the all-time greats in my opinion. It managed to be a puzzler without that being a turnoff. It still felt like an epic D&D quest, the dungeons creating this sense of foreboding and danger at literally every step, and a unique combat dynamic that for the time just looked beyond state of the art. I mean, it was downright brutal, bloodthirsty. Now, a lot of you know I'm a big Top Gear head, and it's such a great series with wicked customization options, and it's well represented here. We got Top Gear 2 in the house. Loving that. As far as the special features on this thing, it's pretty much what we've come to expect on these higher grade plug and plays. You've got your scanline filter to turn on. If you're into that look, you got that option. You got the save states, which on a lot of these games is super nice to have. More so on these than the older Atari games, I think. I mean, obviously they really come in handy. And then you've got the rewind feature if you're into that. But I mean, all in all, I mean, you knew about those things. What we didn't know is what was included on here on the game list. I mean, and I'm just seeing some really awesome stuff that I can't wait to sink my teeth into and to play a little more of in this format. Maybe even on future live streams right here on the show. This is good stuff. So there you have it, the Legends Flashback Deluxe from AtGames, and you know, it's already got a larger set list on here than the last model, so that's an upgrade. But the fact that it still has that SD card slot, unlike the Flashback 10 Atari unit that we just saw, that's a huge plus. And we have to expect by now that the update we're going to put on this thing is an updated update, so that we shouldn't have any issue putting multiple types of ROMs on this thing. I may be speaking out of turn. I need to verify all that, and we actually need to get it done and have future videos of us getting that done so that you can do it as well. And I hope that we can also do a live stream on this unit before and after all of that's complete, so you can kind of take a look at it. And most importantly, you know, I want to get feedback from the community. I want to know what you think about what you saw here today. So at least in the meantime, I hope that you are going to drop a comment in the comment section of this video. Let me know what you think about everything that you saw here today. You know that I love getting a conversation going with you right here on the Emceemur show. I hope that you like this video. I hope that you're going to drop a like on this video, and most importantly, if you have not already done so, I'm going to need you to subscribe. to the Emceemur Show. Be a part of Mer Nation. We're rising up all the fantastic things that we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of it. Make sure that you smack that notification bell so you are always the first to know when new content goes live. You know that I love making it for you. It's so much fun. We have way too much fun here on the show. Emceemur signing off for this fantabulous unboxing and review, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.